Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show! And welcome to a Saturday stream! Hopefully you're having a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is for you, whatever day it is for you. I hope you're having a good one. I hope your weekend is going outstanding so far. Glad to see you guys. Glad to see everybody show up today. Man, we have got some names in the chat that I have not seen in a hot minute. But again, welcome to the Saturday stream, and hopefully you guys are ready for some Mechwarrior. Yes, now I see you. Hydration incoming. Somebody's got to remind me to drink water, or I won't do it. But either way, let's get started, shall we? Let us jump over to the game, and we'll see if we can get started. I need to unmute the game audio so that you guys can actually hear the Mechwarriors. Indeed, Ajax, it is time for some hot mech on mech action. Drinking bread instead. I mean, that could be a euphemism for alcohol, depending on who you are. Alright, let me double check performance here. I think we're in good shape. Now, I will also note before we get started a couple of things. Number one, it's the weekend, so we're gonna have Twitch issues, I imagine, at some point. I fully expect it. I mean, you're not wrong. Beer is basically liquid bread. But also, there was a long-standing issue that I had with the stream since a couple of Windows updates ago, where the audio was not synced with my avatar. I do believe I have finally narrowed that down and squashed that bug. So hopefully that's the case. If not, let me know. I know that for the last 2 or 3 streams, there have been some desync issues between the audio and the video. So let me know if that's still the case, but hopefully I finally got that fixed. But anyway, without further ado, let us get into some hot mech on mech action. So let's go into single player. We're going to go ahead and continue the campaign that we've been running. And of course, this is, for those of you that are new to the stream, this is a 100% vanilla campaign. We do have all the DLCs, but otherwise it's 100% vanilla. And it's also my first playthrough for Mechwarrior 5. I have, before we started this campaign, I had never played Mechwarrior 5 before, so this is all relatively new to me. I have seen other people play it, but I have never played it myself. Show them the ancient stop-motion Lego music video of the song. But yeah, when we left off, we had this priority transmission, and we read through this, but I'll read it again. So, Commander, in the past, your company has been a friend and ally to the people of Rassilon. I'm asking you on behalf of those same people to come to our aid once more. I am in need of accumulating a heavy amount of mercenary talent in a very short period of time. Given your previous assistance to our cause, I want to ensure that you are among the first to receive a proposition for a 1-year exclusive contract working for my office. I'm not at liberty to discuss particulars until you sign on, but rest assured that we wind up powerful sponsors that will generously compensate you for your time. I like generosity, and I like powerful sponsors, and I definitely like compensation. Commander, there's no mercenary I trust more than you and your company to aid us in this highly sensitive matter. Please contact me soon, as I'm on a very aggressive timeline to secure as much mercenary talent as I can get my hands on. So we will accept this offer, but it will cede travel and mission control to them for a year. Basically, we are locked in once we click the accept button here. Now, I have been told, and I believe it was through a message in the game, that we need to make sure we have multiple full lances of mechs. We need to make sure that we have backup pilots. We have all that. So just to show you guys where we're at, in case you forgot, we currently have 3+ lances of mechs. We've got Mad Squad, we've got the Heavy Squad with Warhammers and Battlemasters, we've got Hunchback Squad if we can go a little bit lighter, and then we kind of just got a light mech squad full of odds and ends. We also have a lot of mechs in cold storage. They're in decent shape, so assuming that we have the time to put them together, we could potentially put more lances together. Well then, good to see you either way. I always say prioritize game night over the stream. The VODs will be there and the archive will be on YouTube, so if you've got other stuff going on, never feel bad about missing the stream. Glad you could join us, even if it was for a minute. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope that the game night goes well for you. But yeah, so we have plenty of mechs. We also have a decent amount of pilots. I mean, we don't have a bunch of pilots, but we've got, what, 6 or 7 pilots here, so that should be enough to field multiple lances, even if folks get injured. Yeah, exactly, Jam Stapler. I went for the missing texture paint scheme on the awesome. But yeah, so we're gonna get started, and I hope we're gonna be ready. We will find out soon enough. So we're gonna hit accept, and we're gonna get into the Rise of Rasselhag DLC proper. So that's it. Time to depart. It means a lot to me that you've answered this call. Although we only briefly worked together, your past actions have proved that you're a true friend to the people of Rasselhag. And right now, we need all the friends we can get for what might be the most important event of our lifetimes. Commander, I've entered into a pact with Comstar's Primus, Mindo Waterley, and the Draconis Combines, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, Fyodor Kurita, and will grant a large majority of the Rasselhag military district its independence. In early March of next year, I'll be announcing our secession from the Combine and the birth of a new independent nation, the Free Rasselhag Republic. Comstar has pledged administrative aid and a generous stipend of grants and loans to sponsor the formation of our new government. The Conray Kurita pledging that the Draconis Combine will recognize the Declaration of Independence. Archon Katrina Steiner has also pledged to recognize the sovereignty of Rasselhag and will gift the Republic a number of systems with direct ties to our people, turning over nearly all the worlds Christian and the First Tier liberated in the name of House Steiner during the Fourth Succession War, which, more on the Fourth Succession War in just a second. Naturally, given the stakes involved with one of the largest peaceful transfers of power in the history of the Inner Sphere, if you're hiring us, I don't think that transfer of power is going to be peaceful. Many are on edge as to what the Kuritan and Steiner loyalists living on many of these systems will do when we announce our secession. And although we've invested heavily in growing our new military, the King's Army, basically. I'm going to say that because I'm not good with Scandinavian. The reality is that our numbers are still only a fraction of the DCMS forces currently stationed in what will become the Republic. Both Primus Waterley and I agree that, in order to deter any troublemakers from breaking the peace, the King's Army will need to be supplemented by mercenaries. Lots of them, including you. We've hired over 5 mercenary companies supplementing our military with multiple regiments worth of battlemechs, and we're still securing contracts for more. Given your history with our people, I will be stationing your company in our new nation's capital on Rasselhag under the command of the First Tier and your old friend Christian Mansdottir. Your unit will act as the First Tier supplemental mercenary support company under the direct command of Overseer Mansdottir. Make your final preparations, then head out to the system's jump point. With any luck, this contract will be nothing more than a glorified garrison assignment. I doubt that. But for a matter as volatile as our independence, I would rather have you under contract and not need you than meeting you but not having you. We'll speak again soon, Commander. So he's basically treating us like a condom. Like a heavyweight, high firepower condom. Better to have it and not need it. So, like I was saying, on the Fourth Succession War, if you don't know about the timeline,
was founded to right the injustices brought upon the people of Rasselhag by those that claimed to be our equals. For over 700 years, both House Kurita and House Steiner have used their lies of equality to justify the oppression of our people. I am here to announce that these injustices end now. Today, with the blessing of both Comstar's Primus Mindu Waterley and the Draconis Combine's Gunji no Kanre Theodor Kurita, I declare the independence of the Rasselhag Military District from Combine rule. From this day forth, we will be recognized as the Free Rasselhag Republic. Conray Kurita has ordered the withdrawal of all DCMS forces stationed in what is now Republic space. Overseeing this peaceful transition of power will be the loyal forces of our newly formed military, the Kung's Army.
Report! The DCMS's 8 Rasselhag regulars have attacked the Kung's Army and the ISIL convoy, carrying Marcus Kurita. They're attempting to free him from our custody.
Damn it! Alert the ISF at the Combine Embassy. I'm greenlighting the full deployment of the first tier's battlemech forces. Alert! Alert! All first tier and supporting mercenary forces prepare for immediate deployment. We are under attack. Repeat. All first tier and supporting mercenary forces prepare for immediate deployment. We are under attack.
Peaceful transfer of power, Chad. Very peaceful. I will say, comparing the base game campaign to what we just watched, production values certainly went up between the release of the base game and this DLC. They did a good job with upping the ante. So, bravo, Piranha. You guys did good. You did good. But on the Fourth Succession War, one of the things, if you know anything about the timeline, you will know that, and I don't remember the exact year because this isn't exactly in a history class, but I believe the Fourth Succession War ends in like 20 or 3024 or 26 or something. Like it ends in the mid 3020s, I believe. So if you look at the date, it's currently 3034. The Fourth Succession War is over. It has ended. If you'll notice in the game, though, there was basically zero fanfare about that. And to me, that's a missed opportunity in the setting of Battletech, because the Fourth Succession War, like the other Succession Wars, was a big fucking deal. It was a war that lasted centuries. So, for a war that has literally lasted longer than any living human being in the solar system, for it to just end and there be no announcement, no fanfare, no acknowledgement that this centuries-long war has come to an end, seems like a missed opportunity. I know the map changes, like there are some changes in-game, but like, based on the cutscene that we just watched, you could have done something like that for the end of the Fourth Succession War. Like, that's a big deal, not just in the game, but in the setting. And again, yeah, I know it just kind of fizzled out like some wars do, but like, again, you cannot overstate a war that has lasted centuries coming to an end. So, I mean, but that's just me. Like, I would have used that as an opportunity to have some big, you know, sweeping dramatic music and a cutscene and whatever, but it's not a big deal. Let's have a look at the mission briefing and see what kind of craziness we're gonna get ourselves into. So basically, he's just recounting what we already learned from the cutscene. So we're jointly tracking two groups of regulars. They're both converging on one place. We can only assume they're attempting to flee the system. We cannot allow this to happen. So we're fully mobilizing, and we're going to stop these guys from doing whatever it is they're going to do. As always, we're going to take full salvage. I think it's funny that they give us the option to take 14 picks, even though we don't have that many negotiation points. Correct. It is, in fact, an Auspex and a Auto Slugger. No, we are not in the Warhammer universe, sadly. But yeah, it gives us 14 picks as an option, but we don't have that many negotiation points. And since the Republic hasn't existed long enough for us to beef up our reputation with them, it's kind of strange. But it's whatever. It's whatever. Alright. I am not going to take the Awesome, because this Awesome is more of a brawler and an arena fighter. It's very close range. I think I'll take out one of the Battlemasters. Honestly, I know that the Hero Battlemaster is good, but I really prefer the Pulse Master. I really like the Pulse Master. So we're gonna take out Mad Squad. We're gonna take out Mad Squad with a Battle Master. Let's make it hot, chat. First mission of the stream, first mission of the DLC.
The DCMS's 8th Russellhague regulars have attacked the Kungsarmé and ISF convoy carrying Marcus Kurita. They're attempting to free him from our custody. We need to chase them down before they can... Wait. Dear Lord. The 12th Sunsong Academy cadre just attacked onlookers in the city center. Multiple civilian casualties. Cowards.
What?
Those bastards are
Draconis Combine committing war crimes? Blasphemy. That never happens.
Make sure they pay for this.
Christian, you know they're attacking civilians.
Cooling is okay. I mean, it's pulse lasers on a Battlemaster, but it's not bad.
DCMS forces in system defying their withdrawal orders. It's up to us to defend our people and the seat of our new government. Commander, you will need to continue to the spaceport and stop Marcus Kurita's dropship at all costs.
We're on our way now. Threat eliminated.
What else do you got? Are they just gonna throw vehicles at us, or what the hell? Oh, it's a turret. Turret cartel at work again.
Into defensive positions and are showing no signs of standing down.
We got some fire starters.
Fight through them. We can't allow Marcus Kurita's dropship to leave the system.
Well, we definitely know this is a Draconis unit because they are spamming the light mix already. Clog the barrels of their guns with your bodies.
Fusion reactor's been up detected. That must be the one. Stop it at all costs.
Aw. Come back. I just want to talk. Alright, what did they drop on us? Oh, it's a quick draw. Well, then suck less. It's a quick draw.
Moving on target.
It's not like they're hard to spot. Alright, you guys, please deal with that quick draw if you don't mind. There we go, we're finally getting a little critical on the heat. It's just a quick draw, guys. It's just a quick draw. That should be fairly simple for you. Although, to be fair, they really only want us to kill the mechs. So I'm kind of wasting my time with the vehicles here. But they who do not respect the SRM carrier will be killed by the SRM carrier. I think one of the mechs is stuck in the dropship. I don't know if we can actually kill it. I'll try. Oh, we're doing some damage. Why you gotta make things difficult? There we go. Oh, well now he's having a bad time. At least they don't put some kind of like invisible hitbox on it that stops you from shooting into the dropship, because that would be butt cheeks. So Alright, oh god bless it. Who the hell? Oh, of course it's a turret. Of course it's a turret. I'm just saying, if anybody from Piranha Games is out there, a DLC where you take down the turret cartel would be awesome. I mean, I'm good with taking a bunch of light mechs. We were thinking about putting together more light mech lances, although I don't know how useful they'll be. Where was it? I don't see you. Oh. Look, I'm in a battle master. Hurry is not really a part of my vocabulary. I don't know if you know that. Yeah, nah, that's what I'm always saying, Stapler. Like, there are more turrets on these planets than there are human beings. The turret cartel is real. Like, they have got some pull. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll shoot the dropship. Don't make me shoot the dropship.
We can no longer pursue.
Sure I can. Hit the jump jets. Kia! Kia! Nah, I can't. I don't have jump jets on this thing. And Ajax resubscribing with a Prime sub says, forgot I wasn't subscribed. Though, well, that's okay. You don't have to be subscribed. But welcome back to the Cult of Bad Tactical Decisions, Ajax, and thank you so much for the 4 months of support. I appreciate it. I really do.
Commander, clear the spaceport of all remaining DCMS forces before this spirals
Oh.
even further out of control.
Oh. Can do. Oops, hitting the wrong button there. Take out the Hunchback. Take out the Hunchback. It's the primary threat. The Hunchback is always the primary threat. We're riding the line. We are riding the line, chat.
We're on it, Commander.
Okay.
Taking heavy damage.
Well, then fight back. Oh, that was one of their people. That was mine. Okay, that works. That works. And that was the end of that guy.
Wilco, focusing fire.
Again,
All hostile forces neutralized.
DCMS tactics on full display here, chat. Thousands of light mechs with a couple of heavy hitters.
Don't get too comfortable. We still need to hunt down the rogue DCMS forces.
Well, don't forget, Psymage, the Leopard isn't just a mech transport vehicle. It's usually also meant to be logistics and material support for those mechs. So basically, a Leopard is an entire unit. Imagine, you know, a mounted squad of mechanized infantry as opposed to just the infantry themselves. You know, I've heard of Discount Dan's definitely not dirty and 100% clean Cobalt nukes. Have not had enough to buy them now, unfortunately. Even with financing. I mean, you know, no offense to Dan, but WMDs aren't exactly cheap in this day and age. Oh, we didn't actually get that many mechs for salvage. That's kind of sad. And we also didn't get any assassins, although there may not have been any assassins on that mission. But of course we're going to take a Hunchback, because we're always going to take a Hunchback. Although, we could take the Phoenix Hawk and the Spider and get 2 mechs. Let's make sure there's no other equipment in the list. Every once in a while they'll hide something really cool down at the bottom, but it doesn't look like they did that this time around. Maybe a large laser, but nah. Mechs are always the primo salvage. Alright, So it looks like we're going to be going right into another mission. Does not look like we're going to have the opportunity to repair everything. I would like to take Mad Squad again if we can. I just don't know if they'll let us. So let's go to the mission briefing. So the dropship carrying Marcus has left Rasalhague's, because I guess that's how they say it, Rasalhague planetary perimeter and is now en route to the system's jump point. Attempts to pursue his dropship were called off with military dropships and aerospace assets belonging to the 8th Rasalhague regulars and 10th Sunshang training cadre fell in to screen Kirita's path to Rasalhague's jump point. We simply don't have the naval assets on hand to contest them in space. We're expecting the large majority of both rogue DCMS units and Kirita himself will jump out of system within the coming days. This is a disaster. I'm already receiving reports of other DCMS units refusing their stand-down orders, sparking violence on a number of worlds throughout the New Republic. Although Comstar has barred Marcus's wideband declaration of war from being transmitted, his message has already been recorded and ferried to a number of systems via dropship relays from Combine sympathizers and merchant guilds. Again, this is your bloodless revolution, guys. Things will only get worse the longer Marcus Kirita is in the wind. We need to find out where he is going and take him back into custody. The ISF has forwarded us the location of the 8th Rasalhague Regular's primary base of operations. They say that if we can take hold of this facility before the remaining regulars in system destroy it, they will provide assistance decrypting any secrets left by the regulars that might point to their destination. Christian, Commander, I cannot stress how vital this mission is to the survival of the new... I mean, just point me in the direction of the things that need blowing up. That's what we do here. Correct, Kokma. The statistical chances of a nuclear-armed urban mech are low, but never zero. Yeah, max salvage. Again, as always, you always take max salvage. Those are the rules. You know the rules, and so do I. Battlemaster will not be complete, and 2 of the Marauders look like they will not be complete, so we will probably have to swap out. So I'll take out the Hero Battlemaster, and we'll take out some of the other heavier tonnage that we have. Let's go with the Warhammer, and the other Warhammer, and who's best with missiles? I guess it's a toss-up between Vaughn and Fitzpatrick. So I'll tell you what. We'll give Fitzpatrick the Stalker, and then we'll throw in the other Warhammer over here. And again, keep in mind, these are large laser Warhammers because the AI cannot be trusted with PPCs. I mean, I have Typhoon. I think we have Artemis launchers in the Awesome that I'm currently using. It's not the full, I believe it's the 8R version. It's something else. I was disappointed with the Awesome because it's not the PPC Awesome. But we're using it anyway. Alright, Chad, let's make it hot. If all of the missions are going to be at this tonnage, though, we might have a problem. Alright, what are we doing?
12th Sunzang Academy cadre were responsible for extracting Marcus Kurita.
Oh, reinforcements.
General mayhem across Rasalhague after our declaration of independence. While many of them fled the system with Taishu Kurita, their quick escape left many stragglers trapped.
Welcome on board, boys.
For the good of our people, we need to bring them to justice.
Their base of operations on Rasalhague has been marked at the nav point ahead. Commander, we need your force to secure their base at all costs. The regulars will likely attempt to destroy it and any evidence of their insurrection. Capture the facility and see that it remains in functional condition. This is it. Clear out any hostiles in the
I hate to be the
area
bearer
and
of
secure the
bad
facility.
news, but we're not exactly known for, like, structural integrity guarantees in the areas where we operate. Just saying. Yeah, I didn't think so, but I figured I'd give it a shot.
You really kicked over the beehive here,
Rihanna, look, I appreciate your attempt at a turn of phrase, but it is not a beehive, okay? It is not kicking over a beehive. Please stop saying that. You hurt my soul when you say it that way. Okay, we got light mechs coming in behind us. Oh no, poor VTOLs, you exist just to die. I don't guess anybody told you that. Don't you worry, buddy. As soon as I get close enough. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I really love the PPCX. Like the sound, the fury, the lights, it's beautiful. I love it. I love it. Easily my favorite weapon added in the Solaris DLC.
Tango eliminated. Enemy destroyed.
Hostiles have been eliminated, but make ready for counter-assaults. Given the atrocities that they have
LRM
already
carriers?
committed, I have no doubt that they will attempt
Take
to
those out,
raise the
boys.
base.
Take those out.
Cover
That's why I
Marcus
gave you guys a
Corita's
stock.
escape.
Take them out.
Enemy
And
reinforcements
Vice
have spotted in the
Draconis
area.
rolling into
They
the
look
chat.
like they're
Welcome,
heading your
Vice.
way.
Glad to see you. Glad you could join us on a Saturday. Hopefully you're having a good one so far. And hopefully you're ready for some hot mech on mech action.
Confirmed, Commander.
Let's
Moving on
see.
target.
Looks like we got a sway back. Already getting sandpapered by the VTOL over there. And that's a PPC Panther. Allow me to respond in kind. Mine's bigger.
Target updated.
I fear no AC-10, but you should fear me. How are you taking heavy fire?
Target received. Engaging.
You're in a bunch of heavy mechs.
Lance target received.
Shoot at the LRM carrier, please. Please launch the LRMs that I gave you 80 of at the LRM carrier so that it stops hitting you. If that's not too much trouble. Lightning shotgun, yes, yes. They are riding the lightning. They are absolutely going to be riding the lightning.
Intercept course on your position.
Is that right? I don't see you hiding back there.
Additional hostiles have been dispatched. They're heading your way.
Oh no, we can't aim the short burst lasers up high enough. That is unfortunate. Well, you guys take care of that, and I'll go after this quick drop. Oh, maybe I can hit him. Nope. Nope. Oh, he's like, what? You know what? I'm gonna wait for you to come to me.
We'll get
I'm over here getting tunneled. I'm getting sidetracked.
all guns on sheer
Guys,
target.
please kill the LRM carrier, for fuck's sake. It's one of the easiest enemies in the game to destroy, and it's like you're ignoring it. Please kill the LRM carrier. For the love of God and all that's holy.
Target is down.
Thank you.
We're on it, Commander.
And that's what you get. Let's go see if we can deal with this other quick draw.
Hostiles inbound. Brace for contact, Commander.
Oh, they're bringing even more. Alright.
They're hell-bent
They're gonna make us work for
on
it.
this facility. They must be worried about what we'll find here. We cannot allow this place to fall.
Alright, that's another one down. God, it's just... It's so nasty. It's so nasty. That's an SB? An SOSP. SP hunchback. SP. My mistake.
Group target acknowledged.
Looks like the quick draw finally came down off the mountain. Yeah, it basically looks like a Teletubby. I like to make fun of the quick draw. Again, it's a heavy... It's a medium mech in a heavy mech's clothing. I feel bad for him.
That cube reactor is about to go.
I feel bad for quick draw pilots. Let's take out the Hunchback SP first. I need to go check out this vehicle. It's only a Scorpion, but I like to keep our 6 clean, you know? Like Charmin. I like to keep things clean. Yeah, no carrying, and again, the opinions expressed by me are my own, although I think a lot of folks will agree. The quick draw basically has the armament of a medium mech. It has the speed of a medium mech. It's basically a medium mech in every sense of the word, except for its tongue. Oh, you walked into the wrong room, buddy. The AI is not terribly smart, but when you see them, you know, roll up on you with a stalker, that's pretty much all you need to know. As evidenced by our own stalker being shredded to pieces, despite being a long-range platform.
We need to find out how deep Marcus Corita's rot goes and where to find him. I'll alert Comstar and
All I
the
want for
ISF
Christmas
at
from the
the
devs is
Combine
AI to
Embassy
actually
and
obey
see
an
if we
order.
may
Yeah, that'd be
some
nice.
assistance. We're already getting reports from across the Republic of other DCMS forces refusing to stand down and recognize Russellhaig's independence. This is only going to get worse until we find a way to regain custody of Marcus Corita.
Yeah, and unfortunately that's because of the way that the AI uses its weapon systems. That's why I'm not super fond of the Stalker, because while on the tabletop it's a great platform, and even in like the 2018 Battletech game, it's a great platform because of its versatility. When you don't have direct control over the Stalker, it's not very good. And I personally don't like the Stalker because it's a missile boat, and I'm not really a missile boat player. With the exception being the hero trap that melts things with SRS. Let's see, we could take a quick draw and some other weapon system. Let's see, I'll take a tier 3 Frank's Red Hot. Not much else of note though. So I guess I'll take an AC5 and we'll just fill out the rest with Franks. Never hurts to have more medium lasers. Thanks to you, we were able to secure a number of data cores that have been handed off to the Combine's ISF. They assure us that they will fast-track the declassifying all recovered documents and will share their findings with both my office and Comstar's First Circuit, who are working to assist the Republic's intelligence efforts, given that our own intelligence service, Mimir, has yet to fully roll out. For now, set about getting any refits and repairs squared away immediately. Oh, you better believe I will. The second my office has a credible lead on where Marcus Corita is going, I'll be shipping you and the first tier to apprehend him. Make the most of this downtime. I mean, Inquisitor-like, I'm not trying to say that... I'm not trying to say that the quick draw is a bad mech. I'm trying to say it's a confused mech. It's in the wrong weight class. It doesn't punch as a heavy, it doesn't tank as a heavy, and it doesn't move like a heavy. If it were a medium mech, I would have 0 problems with the quick draw. Yeah, and you're not wrong, Mage. We've had that discussion before. Personally, I did not see much of a difference when we changed the weapon groups. Weapon groups. But I do have the weapon group set up to use the LRMs as the first weapon group, and yet for some reason, it still keeps charging in, and I don't know why. Well, don't get me wrong, Inquisitor Lock. I would use a quick draw if all I had was a bunch of light mechs and I needed something heavier. I would use a quick draw. Like, I'm not saying I would never put one on the field, but it's also not a great mech for what it is. In its weight class, there are many, many other mechs that are much better at what it tries to do. Swap LRMs for SRMs and use extra tonnage to armor up and heat sink up. That could be a good use for it. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about whether we even keep the Stalker. But let's sell some of our spoils here, first of all. And we need to get some repairs started. I'll have to look at the Stalker because it... Oh, well, shit. I just now realized the Warhammer got a part blown off as well. So we'll have to double check the loadout because, as we've learned the hard way, if you don't actually have the same tier of a weapon system, then it just won't put anything in there. But it looks like the Warhammer will be okay. Let's have a look at the Stalker, and maybe we can refit it. Maybe we can refit it. Let's have a look. Because right now we're running it as an LRM boat. But the problem is, the laser slots are only medium laser slots, so we can only put medium or small lasers in them. The reason that causes a problem is because even if we armor up, and I'll show you guys, so let's go ahead and repair. If we ditch the LRM launchers and we ditch the ammo, and then I go and say, let's just cram this thing full of SRM-6s. It's gonna be good up close, but you can see if I max out the armor, we're only at 73 tons. So either I've got to fill this thing with 12 tons of ammo, or I've got to fill it with 12 tons of heat sinks. Because of the limited nature of the mech bay in the base game, we don't have as much freedom. I mean, we could fill it with heat sinks, but is that really a smart thing to do? Like, is that really a wise use of an 85-ton platform? Because it doesn't feel like it, to me at least. Oh, hell no. Hell no, Jacob. So I'm not going to use the Stalker. That's the thing. It's going to be an AI mech. And as we have already discovered, we have to kind of design AI mechs a little differently from what I personally would use. So this is not a bad design, it's just... it's not really what it's made for. It's super slow. And so basically anything except an assault mech is probably going to be able to stay out of range of this thing. And that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know how I feel about the Stalker, at least in vanilla. Well, Kothma, I'm not gonna spend a bunch of time lamenting about the AI. I mean, we can't change it. So at this point, we just have to deal with it. And knowing how the AI reacts, we kind of have to design the mechs around that. Yeah, if it had some large energy slots, I wouldn't be as worried about it. You're not wrong, Stapler, but of course, we are doing the vanilla playthrough first. We'll get to mods. We'll get to mods eventually, I promise. But even as an SRM boat, I mean, you're talking... I mean... We gotta throw a bunch of heat sinks in this thing. A bunch of heat sinks it doesn't need. So, again, part of me says store it and just bring something else out of storage. Because instead of a Stalker, we could go with the Hero Dragon. We could go with a longbow. We could bring out some Centurions. I could pull out the Rifleman, Thunderbolt. Like, there are many other options that we have in our mech bay that are lighter and would provide more tactical benefit than the Stalker, I think. Anyone thirsty? Well, of course. You don't even have to use the water redemption. I will drink some water. Drag 10. I mean, Erst, you're not wrong. It's definitely a unique design choice. I understand the intent behind it. The idea of saying, well, you know, obviously this arm is only so big, so that's going to limit the size of the launcher or the weapon system that you can put in it. I get it in concept, but that's not really what Battletech is about. At least not to me. But anyway. I think for now we store the Stalker. Because after that last engagement, I was not impressed at all. I really wasn't. I'm not going to sell it, but we're going to store it. In the meantime, what do we put in its place? Because I'm kind of thinking Thunderbolt. It's 65 tons. It's pretty tanky. It's not super big on the damage, but it can take some punishment. We could also do the Kintara, which is only 55 tons. We could go with the Hero Dragon, which is 60 tons, but as we all know, Dragon is kind of squishy. Now, this one's really fast, but it's still pretty squishy. Yeah, I know we'll have to re-equip it. I'm ready for that. Correct. Correct, Erst. It's about putting as many small lasers or machine guns or flamers into a mech as you can possibly fit. Alright, Thunderbolt is the way, huh? Alright, well, we'll remove it from storage. Let's see what we can do with it. Let's get into loadout here. Well, first of all, we gotta change that paint job, because I'm not gonna be running the Thunderbolt anymore, so we're gonna give it the default company paint job. Now, let's have a look at the loadout. Because I think the default loadout is not bad. Especially for the AI. Because again, the AI is kind of dumb. So we'll just stick in some machine guns. Let them crit things. Medium energy slots. Obviously, we're going to put some Frank's Red Hot in there. As you do. As you do. And then, let's see, if we have a large laser, that's going to be 5 tons. Or we could potentially go, do we have a PPCX? Because I'm interested to see how the AI handles a PPCX. We do, but it's a tier 3, and I don't want to give the AI a tier 3 PPCX. And Hell's Razor rolling into the chat on a Saturday. Good to see you, Hell's Razor. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you have an outstanding weekend so far. I know it's still early on a Saturday, so it's still early in the weekend, but hopefully it's been a good one for you so far. I definitely don't want to give them a regular PPC, because as we've already discovered, the computer's not great with regular PPCs. I think we'll stick a large laser in there, and then what else can we put in? Do we go LRMs or SRMs? Because I'm a little more partial to SRMs, just because damage. It's been okay. Well, I'm sorry it hasn't been great, but now that you're here, hopefully it'll be at least a little bit better. See, if we go with the SRMs, we can only put one of those in there. We could stick in an SRM-4. EW, I do not believe that it does. I don't think the PPCX has a minimum range because it's basically a shotgun. And that's why I'm interested to see how the AI will handle it, because since it doesn't have that minimum range problem, hopefully the AI will be better with them. But I'm also not going to give them a tier 3 PPCX as a test bed to find out the hard way. I mean, the armor's already basically maxed out on this thing. I could drop a point here or there just to get that tonnage under control. But I think we have to either go with LRMs or we'd have to go with some kind of melee option, which we don't currently have. So let's stick some heat sinks in it, or I guess more accurately, some feet sinks. Oh no, wait, ammo goes in the feet. I forgot. Hold on. We'll put in some SRM ammo. We'll put in some feet sinks, as you do. But again, we're still hilariously under tonnage. We're 5.5 tons under tonned here. Could we, instead of a machine gun, because we're gonna need ammo for that, so let me handle that first. Let's go with a half bin of machine gun ammo in the head, as you do. And then let's see, can we put in either a light rifle or an AC-2? If I stick in an AC-2, that's too heavy. Here. Yeah, that's another thing to consider. So maybe we drop the machine gun, we drop the machine gun ammo. Even then, that doesn't really give us enough punch. I don't like leaving a slot open. Maybe a light rifle instead. I mean, maybe this is a good excuse to use a light rifle. Because it's lower tonnage and it's lower fire rate. So, I mean, with that, we could say, let's give it some light rifle ammo. I guess I'll stick it in the same arm. We got 34 rounds. Maybe give him another bin of ammo. Let's give him some light rifle ammo and maybe fill out the rest with heat sinks. I mean, Stapler, I'm thinking in terms of the AI, remember. The center torso can get 2 more armor. The center torso can indeed get 2 more armor. The reason that I'm not doing that, though, is because if I do, it's going to be 0.56. Whereas if I round it off to 0.5, then we can actually do that. We can actually make that work. I mean, we can stick some more heat sinks in it. More heat sinks is not the worst thing in the world. I wish I had a half bin. Do they have one in the market? They do not. I was hoping they'd have a half bin of rifle ammo, but maybe we drop a little bit of tonnage on the armor. I know that's kind of blasphemy with a Thunderbolt, but do something like that. Take some armor off the legs. And, again, it's not the best thing we've ever put together. But giving them a light rifle and a large laser gives them gives them decent long-range firepower. And then, obviously, we're going to be doing most of our damage up front. Here. Drop the rifle for heat sinks. Well, I mean, if we're gonna do that, we're right back to the original problem, though. That's the thing. Because originally I put machine guns in here, which, you know, the AI loves machine guns. Let's just go ahead and put a full bin of ammo. And then, I mean, I guess we can put more heat sinks. I feel like this is a waste of tonnage, but I mean, it's whatever. Actually, you know what? Hold up. Let's armor this thing back up, for starters. And we'll go with the half bin. There we go. Serini says my Stompy Robot Heresy alarm was going off. Well, that makes sense. We are definitely in the zone where it comes to heresy. But welcome to the stream, Serena. Good to see you. Glad you could join us on a Saturday. And hopefully your Saturday is going well so far, wherever you are, whatever time it is. Alright, Ajax, well, it was good to see you. I know you haven't been around in a while, but glad you could make it to the stream. Hopefully have an outstanding rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay deadly. And hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Alright, let's go ahead and start to work on this. We'll put the Thunderbolt together. It's mostly going to be tanking rather than dealing damage, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Alright. So now we're going to depart for what? The ISF have now declassified all captured documents. Well, that was fast. They've tracked Marcus Curita and his 2 rogue DCMS units to the Predlitz system. Christian, we've already received reports on other DCMS forces refusing to recognize the legitimacy of the Republic's government. I fear that things will only get worse the longer Marcus Curita remains free to stir up trouble. I want you to accompany and assist the First here as their embedded mercenary support. Can do. From this moment on, apprehending Marcus Curita is your top priority. Repair and refit your forces as fast as possible, and then travel with the First here to Predlitz and bring Marcus Curita in. I will remain here and work with the Combined Embassy to see if Conrad Theodore Curita is willing to take action against these forces that refuse to stand down. Hopefully 66 days is enough to put some mechs back together. Oh, we got more cutscenes.
Across the newly formed Free Rasselhague Republic as DCMS troops refuse to withdraw from Republic space. The rogue forces have answered.
Taishu Marcus Curita's call to action has rallied the support of a number of DCMS commands loyal to the Rasselhague military district and his cousin, Coordinator Takashi Kurita. They continue to valiantly fight against the illegal annexation of Combine territory by Magnuson's rebel forces. The known tier terrorist has...
Just breaking from Comstar, the heir to the Dragon and the Gunji no Conrei of the Draconis Combine, Theodore Kurita, has just released a public announcement regarding the ongoing Rasselhague crisis. Let's listen in.
The Dragon has entered a new era. As we look ahead to the future, we are saddened by those who only look behind.
For the Dragon to move forward, we must shed the shackles that bind us, limiting our power and holding us back from true greatness. By allowing the Rasselhague people to be free, we have removed the shame that has quietly burdened the Dragon for centuries. There are those who believe that to harken back to an older time is to further the purpose of the Dragon. They are wrong. The Dragon endures because it adapts and embraces progress without burying itself in obsolete beliefs. Those who oppose the will of the Dragon are therefore declared Ronin, masterless warriors who think only of their own selfish desire and not the will of the Combine. To these Ronin, I say, lay down your arms and accept true honor, or follow your selfish course to a disgraceful and ignoble end.
I was getting some flashbacks to the old Mechwarrior or Mech Commander 2 TV cutscenes. Those are pretty cool. It wasn't FMV this time around, but it was still pretty cool.